What's up, boys and foids? And today I came on here to talk to you about how there is a master race and it's not you. Holy shit! No teeth, bro. No teeth. Sorry, I got a guy under my desk and he gives me head. And like, bro, he's so bad at it. And it's more for his pleasure than mine, honestly. I don't know. I hired him for it, but every time that I try to like tell him that like by the way, he's okay with me saying this. He has a humiliation fetish, which I also do, but yeah, he's like, I hired him for this originally, and every time I try to get rid of him, he always tells me that like, oh, he needs this for his family, he needs this, and I feel bad for him, and I'd rather him learn to improve his head game than just fire him. You know, I'm doing the community a favor, you could say, right? And yeah, so speaking of the master race and it not being you, is I know there's a master race, and I'm sure you know as well. But you're definitely, if you're watching this, you're definitely not a part of it. Come on, let's be real here. I'm a part of the master race, but you're not. And I feel like it's just hard for you to be part of the master race, just because it's like I can't see someone being of this racial group watching this kind of content, right? And that's why they're the master race, I guess. And you're probably not. You're probably here having to listen to somebody else's takes when these higher beings, you could honestly call them, they're able to think of these themselves. They don't need someone like me telling them how to do this, right? And yeah, I feel like if you want to crack a dude, that's pretty much okay, right? You can be straight and crack a dude. Like, I'm straight and I'm getting head from a dude right now. Bro, stop using teeth. Sorry. Okay, bro, if he does it one more time, I'm gonna slap him, I swear to God. Anyway, yeah, cracking dudes is not gay, bro. It's like, if you can be attracted to their femininity or you can be attracted to their masculinity, right? If you're a dude and you want to crack another guy, like, it's like it doesn't have to be for like, oh, I love his like manly arms and his broad shoulders. No, you could just like his snatched waist and like, I don't know, you might think he's a fine ass or something. That's not gay, that's straight, because you're attracted to his feminine qualities, and vice versa. You could be like a gay guy cracking a woman and being like, oh, she's so muscular and her shoulders are so broad and she's got, oh, I love her short hair. These are all masculine qualities. If you're attracted to those, you're probably gay, even though you're cracking a woman, right? It works both ways, where you could be gay, or you could be straight and you could crack anything you want. It's just based off the qualities you're attracted to, right? So New Year's is coming around, and I've got a couple of New Year's resolutions. For one, I wanted to cure my humiliation fetish. This is one thing I wanted to talk about. Like I was saying earlier, my humiliation fetish. I feel like you can cure any fetish you have if you just want it hard enough, right? You don't actually have to have any fetishes you have, because you could. What I do to cure my humiliation fetish is I've started a business where I let people cuck me, or at least they feel like they're cucking me. They pay me a couple $100s an hour, and they usually do this for 2 to 3 hours, right? And what I do is I sit there in a chair and I watch them like do it with their wife. I do it with their girlfriend, or they do it with their girlfriend, and I watch. And they get the feeling like they're cucking someone without needing to cuck someone, right? And I feel like that's a good thing I'm doing for the world. That just means there's less like cheating, there's less all that stuff, right? Which is just honestly I'm such a kind person, if I'm being honest. That's what it is. I'm a good Samaritan, and I help these people. I give discounts for people of the master race, by the way. If you're part of the master race and you book a thing with me, you get like an extra $50 off, bro. I also make people bid. So I also use fake bidders too. Basically what they'll be like is they'll be like, I'll pay you $200 for per hour for 2 hours. And I'll be like, oh dude, there's this guy who's paying me $300 for the same amount of time. Can you match that or go a little bit higher? And they're like, oh, I'll go $350. Like, damn, he just offered $450, and they go $500, and boom, I just made $300 extra bucks an hour off this guy. And usually the people who, I'm not gonna say like what kind of people hire my services, but these people are typically wealthier and they are into this stuff. And like, I use this opportunity not only to make money, but also to cure my humiliation fetish, because I'm in the position where I feel like I'm being cucked, and over time I should get used to it, and it won't be like, it'll help. Trust me, it'll help. I've thought this one through So I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so my second New Year resolution is I want to learn how to make my own art for pleasure, right? Not for pleasure as like it is fun to make the art, but pleasure as in what I do to the art would be pleasurable. That's just something I feel like, because I've talked about this before. I said that there was not enough Rule 34 certain Pokemon, but I like, you know, I just gotta take it in my own hands. At some point in time, if I want something to goon to, I gotta make it myself, right? You gotta roll up your sleeves and you gotta do this. Holy shit, bro! Oh my god, sorry. Like, I don't know, bro. The guy under my desk again, bro. He's always doing this. He's always biting. It's always teethy as hell, bro. He has a tiny tongue, so it's not even good when he tries to like tongue, bro. I don't know. It's awful. It's awful. Yeah, and my last New Year's resolution, honestly, is just to get over my gag reflex. Like, I crack dudes for their feminine aspects, but sometimes you know they also want to crack for my feminine aspects, and part of that would be me taking a bit of dick, right? So what I do is I try to overcome my gag reflex by I just take different things and I put it down my throat. That's what I do. Sometimes I'll just be like eating something. I'll be like, man, I could deep throat this right now, and I'll just put like the food and the fork deep down my throat. I eat like the only fruit I'll eat is bananas, and I'll deep throat every bite I take. It's just all to train my gag reflex. I just need to overcome it. This way, you know, it makes it better. Okay, bro, you gotta leave. Come on, you gotta get out. Come on. It can't be this bad. Holy shit, bro. My fault. He's gone now. Yeah, I wanted to overcome my gag reflex. It's just like it's not a cool thing to have when you're, you know, when you're administering it to some feminine dude, bro. Sometimes it's a masculine dude, but he has like one feminine quality that I really appreciate. So, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll crack that. You know, this game is so easy. I'm so good at this game, bro. Yeah, I try to change my Instagram feed to help me get more information and news about what the master race is doing, right? And I do this, I just say things into my phone because it's listening, right? It's always listening. We know this. It's literally in like the terms of service. And I'll tell it things. I'll just be like, yo, master race news. And I'm not, obviously I say the name of the master race, but I'm not gonna say it here just because, you know, we all know, but we're like, we're trying to keep it, you know, with some mystery to it, even though, you know, if you're part of the master race, you'll know, but you're probably not watching this video if you're part of the master race, because there is a master race and it's not you. That's the key takeaway here, honestly. Yeah, sometimes if you crack a non-binary person, that's also can be gay, can be straight. It's again based off of masculinity, femininity, and whatever you personally are attracted to, right? You could be in a gangbang with a group of people, and all of them are there to crack other men based off their masculine qualities, but you're there for all these dudes' feminine qualities, and you're the straight one there, and it's completely straight to be in a gay gangbang like that. Same thing for gay strip clubs, bro. He's like, I like when he takes off his shirt, not for his chest that's very muscular, but for his waist that's hourglass shaped, you know? That's what I'm talking about, right? Like, and sometimes you find better feminine qualities in men, right? That's just why sometimes, you know, you gotta find men to do it with, bro. So to get, you know, because you want to have good straight sex. So it's just like, sometimes sometimes you need a man to do a woman's job. Sometimes you need a woman to do a man's job. That's what it is. Except here it's like it's in bed, which is honestly the main spot where both sides need to improve. Both sides like have trouble pleasuring me, but I just find that feminine men do it the best out of all the groups of people. I'm into feminine men. I love feminine men, bro. They give it so well, bro. I feel like a lot of them as well, they've got really good gag reflexes, which is something I'm trying to work on, right? Trying to be like them, trying to make sure that I can take it all, bro. You know, all sorts of shapes and sizes, you know, ones that like curve, ones that bend, ones that are like in the bad direction, long ones, short ones, thick ones, you know. One thing I'll never suck though is like a dirty cock, bro. Bro, you gotta clean that shit before you put it in my mouth, bro. If it gets dirty after it's in my mouth, that's because I don't brush my teeth. But beforehand, it can't be dirty, bro. Like, that's just gross, bro. Honestly. yeah, so I've been trying to make my own pleasure art too, and it's like, I started a little bit, you know, I have a furry artist friend who I commission for this stuff usually, but he has other clients too, and like he can't produce as much as I want. So I was thinking having 2 people work on this is better than just one. So obviously I'm trying to learn myself. I buy courses on this shit. I practice, and in the new year I'm hoping to ramp that up and get like a way more of that done, because I want to become like talented in this like group of people, and I want to become well known, and I want to make beautiful furry art. Maybe one day I'll share the furry art with you guys, but right now it's just, oh my god, bro, the balloons. How am I gonna pop those? Okay, they were like stuck there. The glue gunner's too broken, bro. The glue gunner's actually broken. Anyway, yeah, cracking dudes isn't gay, bro. That's it's honestly a sign of like high masculinity if you know that you can you're confident in your sexuality, if you're like okay with cracking dudes and like having them still be dudes, right? It's not like the glue gunner's trapping like balloons in the thing and they're not like leaving, so they get stuck there and then I can't pop them because I don't have like range. That's weird. Like, would they ever get unglued? I don't know. But yeah, I feel like the master race knows that cracking dudes isn't gay. And by the way, the master race...